Imagine this, you've found the house of your dreams. You've got the income, maybe even some cash in the bank for a down payment, but the mortgage lender says, no, your credit score is too low, and you don't even know why. Then poof, your dream of a new home just went up in smoke. Well, here to help us learn how to revitalize our credit are James Charlet and Simon Webster, co-owners of CRE Credit Services. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
You know, good credit affects everything from the cost of insurance to interest rates. Why is that, James?
They have a mathematical algorithm that came out a long time ago that they think can predict whether or not someone's going to repay their bills, and that's all based on your credit report.
Yeah, most people don't realize how much credit really does impact your finances. It can actually cost you thousands of dollars a year on your insurance premiums. In fact, most people don't realize how much it impacts you on financing something such as a house as well. Actually, a $200,000 house, the difference in just 1% in interest rate can actually cost you $50,000 in interest.
My gosh. Well, so if folks have credit problems, how can they improve? How can they fix those?
Well, call us.
Yeah.
No, honestly, there are a lot of laws out there that are designed to protect consumers. They have the right to challenge incorrect, incomplete information contained in their reports. That's the Fair Credit Reporting Act is the primary federal law for that. Unfortunately, and my background, I used to be in the legal and compliance department at Experian, and every single day we had hundreds of consumer complaints going through attorney generals, going through their congressmen, and every one of those people, they had real wrong information on their report that they had tried to fix. And unfortunately, when they tried to go through the proper consumer channels, they couldn't get any satisfaction. And long enough seeing that happen at Experian is what caused me to leave. But theoretically, those tools are out there for consumers to help, but sometimes they need a little boost from a professional.
Got it. And what is, James, the difference between bad credit and good credit?
Well, when you're talking about how much it costs, I think Simon had talked about that, but it's really hard to quantify, and unfortunately you want a black and white answer, and there isn't one. I've seen a gentleman that had never missed a payment in his life, in his 60s with an 820 credit score, and he got 3 $20 medical collections. Not the biggest deal in the world, you would think. Dropped him to a 604 credit score.
That's, you know, and Simon, your own mother had a real challenge with her credit. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's actually what really inspired me to get into this. So I was raised by a single mom, and she worked so hard just to take care of us. And I really think that, unfortunately, a lot of times people fall into this financial cycle where, you know, they get into credit issues or debt issues, and it's very difficult to get out of it, because then you start to pay more because you have higher interest rates. And then once you start paying more, it's harder to, you know, pay other bills or do certain things like that. And so
your bills are more expensive. You're likely to default.
Absolutely. And so it was very difficult, you know, seeing her go through that. And as I got older, actually she got her first home when she was 53, and then so it was me kind of telling her, hey, let's see what's out there, you know, instead of renting and paying for somebody else's, you know, mortgage and things like that, let's see what we can do. So at 53 years old, she actually got her first house, and it was very exciting for me. And so that's what really inspired me to help other, you know, people that have gone through the same things that she did.
Sure. And James, there are hundreds of repair companies out there. What makes yours different?
Well, I don't even like the term repair. We correct and educate and coach. That's really what we're here for. Unfortunately, there are a whole lot of people that do illegal things to try and fix a credit report, like create false social security numbers or forge a police report, or more common than they just lie. It's illegal to lie to a credit reporting agency. You can't say an account's not yours when it is, or it was never late when it was, and that's what a lot of them do. That's not what we do. We educate at no cost to begin with. We see whether or not there are errors and incomplete information, and if there are, then we go in and we correct the actual errors. We don't want to misrepresent someone. Unfortunately, because of a lot of the wrong information that's there, most consumers that have less than perfect credit that's being amplified. It's making them to look even worse than they really are, and we want to correct that. We want to show them at the true risk they would be to lend, not a false risk.
And you've got a free book I know you're writing or have written, and that'll be available for our viewers, right?
Yes, it will.
Absolutely. It's called The Women's Guide to Credit and Finances. It'll be on Amazon. And so some men may hate us out there, but it's very specifically oriented towards women, and just trying to help them understand finances and credit and how to empower their families.
So if folks want to find you out there, where do they go?
to www.CRECreditServices.com, and one of our credit analysts will actually go and do a free consultation and education and everything. There's no requirements or anything like that. Just
it's no obligation.
Absolutely.
We're into the consumer advocacy side of it. If they just want to call in and get some good advice on credit, that's not going to cost anything. If there's something we can do to help them, we'd be happy to provide that service as well.
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that you got a free book out there. Free, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, guys, for coming by.
Thank you for
Thanks so
having
much
us.
for having us.
And if you'd like some more additional information on how to manage your credit, visit us at thebalancingAct.com or log on to Facebook /The Balancing Act Fans.